Hey guys, Lester, and welcome to another Fortnite video here on the channel. Today we have another random preset video for you guys. If you haven't seen the previous ones I've done, basically what happens is I'm just playing a game on solo mode with my random turned on, and that's why I don't have any like in-game commentary. I'm commentating over top of the gameplay for this video. But I thought it was a pretty crazy video, and I thought it was worth a pretty crazy gameplay, so I thought it was worth making a video on. So if you guys have seen how these works before, then you'll know what this is all about. But it essentially is a discussion where I'm going on about all the stuff that I've got in the preset and kind of giving some backstory to a little bit of it, if there is any, and whatnot. Since, as you guys know, a lot of the bigger YouTubers don't really cover the old stuff anymore. They don't really talk about it. Even though everyone owns it, no one really uses it anymore. So that's my job, is to actually talk about some of the stuff that we may have forgotten about. So, as we're waiting for this game to start, I wanted to say, if you guys have been enjoying the Fortnite content on the channel, be sure to smash the like button to show your support. Consider subscribing if you're new. And as always, if you want to help support me on the channel and get anything in the current future item shop, use my creator code, TheRealUltraUnit, at any point in time. Keep in mind that the new Mecha Morty skin has just released. I got gameplay of that yesterday. If you guys want to check that out, feel free to do so. And also, if you want to help support me further, I do have a membership page as well. Feel free to check that out. Anyway, let's hop right into this. While this lobby is starting, for whatever reason, we got one of the 2-minute lobbies because we didn't fill up all the way. So I'll talk about the first item that is in our lineup, which is the Night Flight Contrail. So what's interesting about this contrail is this is the only contrail to my knowledge that isn't actually like a thing coming out of your hands or legs. It's actually like a banner attached to your back, or a cape, whichever you'd like to call it. It is part of the Honor Shining set of Chapter 2 Season 3, aka the Level 100 set of Chapter 2 Season 3, which was the Eternal Night? Not Eternal Night. I actually forget her name. But she's like the female version of the Night skins, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you're about to see it in action, of course. Like I said, this is kind of like post-commentary, so I haven't exactly wrapped around how to sync up perfectly before, so just bear with it. But this is a pretty crazy game, and where I need to, I will cut in the video, so do not worry, it's not going to be the full thing. But yeah, as you can see, the contrail is kind of like underneath my backpack, but it's still very good. It's still very cool. And let's move on to the next thing to talk about, which is my Sky Shadow Glider. It is a Shadow Series item, part of the Street Shadow set of Chapter 2 Season 5. This is Ruby's set. This was a set that was released, I think it was like $9.99 or something. In the item shop. This is one of the sets that probably will not be making a return for like another like year or so. But yeah, it's a really cool glider. Basic, but it's still, you know, a Shadow Series, so that makes it unique in its own. So as we're like looting up the Beanie Hero, there's that dang cow. I don't like using the cow. I know a lot of people do, but personally, it's just not a thing for me. But I guess it's also time to talk about the next thing that I'm whacking around right now, which is the 10-ton Toon Bells, part of the Inkville Gang set of Chapter 2 Season 6. So, this was part of 2 Meowscles set, if you guys remember. I did gameplay of it and everything, but it came up in the lineup. And like I said, when I do these random preset videos, I don't, you know, say, oh, well, this is an item I've used recently, I can't use it. The whole point about it is that I'm using random presets. And like always, the final thing I'll be showcasing, part of the preset, will be the wrap that I used to get the ending kill. Because spoiler, guys, I actually win this game. When I do this series, I'm only posting videos that I get wins on, or at the very least top 2, because the whole point is making it to the end and having fun with it. So we're going to skip the fishing tutorial right now, because pretty much I stay here for a little bit trying to fish out some items, and I'll get back to you guys with the next item when we are in the next important part of the video. Alright, so to sort of chime into the next part of the commentary here, I do plan on killing Gugumon because he does drop a very powerful purple assault rifle. So that is what you're about to see right now, as I fail my snipes on the man at first. I don't know how that one missed, but as you can see, 227 is the maximum damage you can do with the suppressed blue sniper, if you guys didn't know. But yeah, we got him killed, and I noticed they changed something about Gugumon, something that I wasn't really happy about, because the whole reason I came here was to get it. But they replaced the Scar with the purple AK. I know the AK got buffed recently, but still not really happy about that. And now I'm doing the best looting tactic in the game that not many people know about, which is breaking the entire lighthouse. If I break Lockie's lighthouse, all the loot on top will fall to the ground, and it's a lot easier way of looting, especially when the storm is coming, and I can kind of grab that as much as possible. But while I'm doing this, it's time to talk about the next part of the set, which is my back bling, which is known as the Baddie Pack, part of the Crypt Crasher set of Chapter 2 Season 4. This was a $30 pack or whatever that released around Halloween's time, which was the 3 female... They weren't Dark series, but I forget exactly what... They were like female versions of certain skins. Like one was like Arachne. I think they were supposed to be like high schoolers or something. I forget what the theme was, but if you remember the pack, then you know what I'm talking about. If I remember, I might have a screenshot of it to post just so you guys can get an idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was what this pack is from. Honestly, it's a very underrated pack, and you don't even see anyone using them anymore. So the fact that I just have this back bling on, people are probably like, that just looks like a normal back bling. What history does it have? Well, that's the point of this, is to sort of talk about that. And yeah, I know this is kind of weird, like a weird video topic, because not a lot of people, you know, do talk about stuff like this. It's very rare that you see any YouTubers that cover Fortnite content share their thoughts and feelings about old stuff. It's more or less like, yeah, the newest thing, what's new, what's leaked, what's coming soon. But I always like to take a step back and enjoy the old stuff. I have almost about roughly around 800 to 1,000 skins at this point, around that number, and half of them are Battle Pass, the other half are, like Battle Pass and like free stuff throughout the seasons, and the other half I bought personally in the item shop. And I know a lot more popular YouTubers have a lot more than what I have, and the fact that they never use the stuff always kind of irks me, because I'm like, you have all this stuff and you never enjoy it. You just buy it you buy it and don't use it. You could argue, but Austin, you also have this much stuff, and I rarely see you with all of it. Well, yes, but I at least make an effort to. I play with random on all the time, like I'm doing right now. That's how this even happens. And whenever I'm playing off camera, I always play with random on, just so I can enjoy everything that I have. Of course, now if a new skin comes out, I'm going to be, you know, showcasing that and playing with that more often, but I'm still going to play with all my other stuff too. What's the point of owning it if you're not going to use it, you know what I mean? But that is what my 2 cents about that topic, and we only have a few more things to go over. I'm going to take a cut right now, and whenever I get back to you guys, we will hopefully be in the thick of things, and hopefully we'll be able to talk about the final 2 things that I have in the preset. Alright, we are approaching the final arc of the battle. 21 players left, and there are people in front of me. So this is where the time has come to talk about the very skin that I am using in this gameplay, and that being the Dark Wildcard skin, part of the Getaway set and part of Season 10. This was in another 3 skin pack. It was like a Dark series where it came with, I think, him, Dark Red Knight, and Dark someone else that I forget. But this is a skin that I think I've only gotten gameplay of once before in the past, so it was very... I very much welcomed the aspect of getting a more modern-day gameplay of the skin. And again, that is the point of the series, is to get older skins and kind of bring them to new life in the newer versions of Fortnite, the new map, the new season and stuff. So I hope this is at least someone's favorite skin out there. If you do like this skin and have always been a fan of it, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I'm personally my favorite skins are the Dark series. They have always been my favorite ever since Dark Bomber released way back when. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of this, and it's important that these skins keep coming out. I'm still waiting for Dark Scully. She was like leaked like almost a year ago at this point, and she still has not released into the item shop. But I'm still waiting for her. Anyway, the final thing I wanted to talk about is the wrap that I used to get the ending win on in this game. And if you spot the wrap, then you'll probably know which weapon I do get the final kill on, but that doesn't matter because we're just talking about it. But that is the Inventor's Choice wrap, Marvel series, part of the Iron Man set of Chapter 2 Season 4, or the Level 100 set of Chapter 2 Season 4. And this is the final wrap. Personally, I've always thought this was a cool wrap just because it's the full tech sort of look on a gun, and it reminds you so much of Tony Stark. But we're approaching the final bout. We're about to start fighting people, so let's get right into this. Now, what's pretty crazy about what you're about to witness is the fact that we're both bad. I'm bad because I didn't land any of those shots, and this person's bad because they're just spamming me with RPG rounds, and I'm just like, can you not? Can you not right now? I'm not trying to get on any of your bad side, but it doesn't matter. They're still trying their best to, you know, attack me. And as you can see, that 42 damage up pop is really powerful. I still can't believe they buffed the AK to be able to hit its shots so well now. But, you know, I just kind of realized that they didn't know what they were doing, so I switched to my shotgun and just eliminated them. I still replaced the AK for the suppressed scar because I'm personally better with it. And then I make the hardest decision of my life this game, which is swap out my 4 floppers for the RPG. You know, there's only 11 people left, and I'm like, I guess we have to do this. But also, here's my favorite gameplay. Right here, watch this. Headshot, give it a second, and headshot. Never reload your gun while crouched right above your ramp because you're still going to be spotted and sniped like that. Personally, I was kind of hyped for this, even though the one was a bot, which was the first one I killed, because I've never done a back-to-back snipe like that so efficiently, and they were both headshots as well. Like, that's something you would get in Team Rumble. But this was a regular match, and I got that. Anyway, like I said, it really kind of doesn't count because the one was a bot, but it's okay. Either way, that being said, let me finally go over once more all the stuff that was in this set now that you've experienced it all. We had the Night Flight Contrail, the Sky Shadow Glider, the 10-ton Tune Bells pickaxe, the Baddie Pack back bling. We had, of course, the Dark Wildcard skin, and finally the Inventor's Choice wrap. And I hope you guys so far have been enjoying the gameplay. If you have been, definitely smash the like button. But all that's left is to, you know, win the game. So we have this annoying little guy over here. He kind of sat in his UFO, and this is a real player. I did check. Always check on your map to see if the UFOs come from a, you know, the purple name locations, just to double check. But he's actually trying to blast me from a distance, as you can see here. And one of his shots will land. I believe it's this one right here. Yeah. And I kind of have a heart attack for a second because I thought that was going to deal a ton of damage. But I kind of got composed, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to chase after him. But first things first, let's have a little sniper off right now. This man thought he could snipe me, and I hit him for 91 at a distance. If it was a headshot, he would have died. Unfortunately, it wasn't. But he's actually trying to snipe me from this distance. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I can handle this boy. I'm just going to chase after him and kill him. But a very strange thing happens here. Someone shoots me here, and it kind of throws me off completely. I see another UFO in the air, and I'm like, oh, great. Cool. Another UFO. And I already could tell at least someone's like, oh, I hate UFOs this season. I personally think they're well balanced. I know they can literally like blast you across the map or whatever. But if you take the time to just aim up and shoot at it, it will be knocked down very quickly. But here's the strange part. I don't know where the person went. I looked and they weren't there. So I'm like, all right, I guess we're focusing on the next thing. So, of course, I go take down this UFO. He has no idea where I'm shooting from because he doesn't realize I'm using suppressed weapons. And he kind of crashes right next to me. Now, I do the most sane thing anyone would do, and that's blast them with an RPG in the first 2 seconds. And I thought they would immediately heal, but they don't. They actually get a shot off on me here, and it terrifies me because if they'd have landed another shot, I would have lost right here. And at this point, I actually was panicking a bit. I actually am like, if one more thing hits me, I lose right here. But luckily, this person had a medkit. So, you know, I just take the time to, you know, get the big pot off and medkit while people are fighting a little over yonder. I am keeping a note on them because you know, it's always good when you're healing to try to watch what the enemy teams are doing, see how many people are left, see how many people are dying. You know, get a feel for the situation, especially if you're a sniper like I am. I like to always know if someone's open that I can just take shots on, which I'm about to try doing right here, as you can see. Unfortunately, I only hit them for 90. I didn't actually get the headshot there, but if I would have, they would have died. And then I do the next thing, which is to just shoot them. And it works. Believe it or not, they didn't try to heal at all. They just kind of flopped. I didn't actually expect that to happen either, which is why I'm currently rushing, because I was like, wow, they just died. Like, literally just died. And that's another full set of good, like, purple and gold loot to capitalize on. Also, you might notice I get a lot of launch pads during this. Like an obscene amount. And I also use the radar for a second because just to be sure there isn't anyone like right in my face. But this person right here is my next target, so I shoot their car just to, you know, get that fire damage off, that explosion off, just to kind of throw them off a bit. And they decide to run towards me. I break their shield, and they do the traditional spam jump diagonally while building a wall. But At this point, there's only 2 people left. It's them and whoever the other person is. And I'm just at this point more concerned just eliminating them before the other person decides to attack me. But, you know, they're being difficult. They're just kind of hiding behind their walls. I don't even know where they are. I try right here, and there they are. And they just spam more ramps. It was so annoying because I was like, I knew they were just kind of spamming it all over the place. They weren't actually trying, but then they actually start to shoot at me, and I'm like, Nani? Why would you do such a thing? But, you know, I just kind of take my time with it. Not really too concerned based on their playstyle. I'm not really panicking yet. I'm just, you know, trying to wipe out their health as much as possible. The cheeky crouch spam. They did hit me a little bit, but I'm not really concerned. I just wanted to, you know, scare them a bit, especially with this rocket. It did throw them off. And, of course, they go back to just spamming triangles and walls. Again, knowing how to build is one thing, but if you just do this, it doesn't work because you're just throwing them all over the place. You're not even, like, capitalizing on your mats. You're just throwing them around. Now, I forget when it happens, but in the middle of this happening, the other person, oh, there they are, starts attacking me. And at this point, I'm kind of worried because I'm like, holy crap. I also kind of panic a little bit there. But, you know, recompose myself, worry about where they went, where they are. I still have my sound indication on, and I see they're right there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wait a second. Let me just hit them quickly for that 91 and let them do their thing. So the storm is coming as well, so I kind of move around. But they do something I never would expect them to do, and that's just continue to attack me. They haven't healed. They've taken 91 shield, and now they're cracked, and they are still just rushing me. Like, they're not trying to heal or anything. I forget if they actually have healing or not, but they just are rushing me, and at this point, the other person is dead. They have died in the storm. I think that's what happened. I didn't look at the kill feed even on this recording, but the other person died in the storm, and it takes me a little bit to realize it because I keep looking to the right expecting them. But this person, this Jules skin in front of me is the final skin I have to face, so, you know, I do what any other sensible person would do, and I finish the game. Again, they don't really have much to work with. I'm just kind of tagging them, and then the RPG right here ends it. Building or not building, it didn't matter. I ended it with finesse. But guys, that is going to do it for this random preset challenge video. I hope you all did enjoy it. If you did, smash the like button to show your support. Consider subscribing if you're new, and let me know in the comment section down below what part of this preset was your favorite, if any. And let me know what you guys like running, if there's specific things you like using it all in the game as well. And yeah, if you guys do want to help support me, as always, definitely consider using my creator code, TheRealUltraUnit, at any point in time in the current future item shops. And also keep in mind it does reset every month, so always be mindful of that as well. And yeah, that's going to do it.